So I'm here on the floor doing part of my meditation because for the last week or 10 days, I got 2 panic attacks, pretty bad ones. Took me a while to get out of them. And was panicking because this virus thing. Okay, I really deep inside don't believe that this thing is as bad as they're saying. Yet, and I posted things all over the place, talking about, different people doing it for different reasons. But I hope this helps somebody out there because right now, in the shape we're in, this quarantine thing can drive you crazy. See, I'm in that age bracket.
Yeah, the symptoms that can come with a panic attack are like all of a sudden you feel like your breath is shorter and like something's building up in your throat. You can become weaker. You can get a rush of either feels like adrenaline rushing from head to toe or the other way around, hot or cold. You can get like shaking. Your body starts shaking, like tingling. So I'm just naming them all to see. I'm sure other people haven't. And the kind of the tingling of the burning of the arms, and maybe you feel flush or something.
But what happens when I get the panic attack is even now I can feel my hands and lower arms are starting to burn. Even though I'm talking about this right now as I'm having one, almost trying to talk myself out of it. What happens is, for some reason, everything bypasses everything that's important out there about life. You know what I mean? This thing just completely takes over and just completely threw me for a loop.
Man, they're not fun because you gotta think, oh my God, what's next? I don't know where now. Oh, my, a hospital. What? God, this is crazy, man. Crazy. The manager panicked over my power. Wow. All those things, man, they feel like, I don't know, they're taking over every belief system that I have had about myself, about eating, about everything. That one little piece of the mind that's stuck on that power of suggestion from others, which really, reality is looking at numbers and looking at percentages and all that. It shouldn't cause the panic like this. So, but still, now they got us by the nuts because anytime they got to do is just create some new situation where it's going to put us back in the panic solidarity, and we're done.
To get the root of this panic attack, excuse me, I have to go and figure out what's causing it. So basically what's causing is the fear of death from this thing, even though I keep looking at my calculator, 0.01%, something, 2%, less than 2%, whatever. But still, all of a sudden it doesn't matter. My brain puts me in this panic attack. So when I have a little mucus, I think I'm gonna wake up. I heard the stupid people talking on the news about, all of a sudden your lungs fill up and you can't breathe and they're dry, they're wet, and then somebody says, oh man, if you got mucus, you're okay. If you can't breathe, I can breathe fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just got a lot of goop coming up all the time, sorry. But this people on the boob tube made even me and my brain believe that I can die from this thing, okay? It took away that I know I'm going to die someday, sooner or later, from something or just old age or whatever. Something's going to stop working, you're going to die. There's no doubt about that. But this thing here, all of a sudden, puts me in the panic attack every time I get some mucus, like now, which I'm allergic to, I found out, dust. So basically, it's something the brain took over my complete common sense, took over my logic, took over my belief system, and made me believe that this thing could be dangerous to me, enough to cause me to have a panic attack when I have a little mucus or a little something, you know? I feel better now. You gotta keep your mind from thinking about it. You gotta take your mind away from that brain. Talk to your brain there inside, the manager in your head, and say, hey man, you're not in charge, I'm in charge. See, the manager inside is autopilot. The stuff that's been put in there since you were a kid, you know what I mean? You believe everything you hear on the news everywhere becomes real.
There's one thing for sure you want to do is drink a lot of water.
One of the things that helps us is talking, singing. So the other night when I had the panic attack, I tried everything, meditating. For a while I went in my steam and I played my didgeridoo in there for like 20 minutes. And that cleared up a lot of stuff. And then, which normally that's I do when I get a flu. And last year I had the flu for 3 months, maybe 4, you know. But this year I had it once, and then, I don't know, now I don't know if it's the dust or it doesn't feel. Last week I felt like I had no energy for 2 days, completely drained. I had to sleep, and this was part of the panic attack. And then I was getting flash hot, and then I finally took my temperature. I had no temperature. My temperature was normal, you know. So I'm feeling better about that. Then I played the didgeridoo, and I vocalize, la da 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 da, oh, da 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 da. Whatever sounds is good, just to keep the mind from thinking. So finally, at the end of the night, for 2 days, the second night, man, I just went to turn on my karaoke stuff, and I started singing my songs. But I usually stand up, but I couldn't stand up, man. I was sitting down. I started sitting down, singing, and then I like, as I sang and oxygenated more, you see, I kept singing, and then I put in some high notes and whatever. Anyway, I started feeling better and better, and then I got to sing Phantom of the Opera, a duet myself, the high part and the low part. And by then, man, I was totally recharged, and I got out of the panic attack. And the next morning, man, I felt like 100% better, like brand new.
Basically, I didn't put into the mix the fact that I suffer from that all the time. So it's nothing abnormal to me to have a cough, or to have mucus, or to have a lot of the symptoms that I described before. So once I landed on that, I realized that this is no different than what I've had for years. So why should I panic? So now, since yesterday, anytime any of the ideas come in mind, I right away remember, oh yeah, I got the same thing I did. I just gotta, play with it until I get it better. But reality is, I don't know if I get it much better because I suffer from this chronic, basically music factory. And so, but now at least I won't have the panic attack, which is really, really important to me because, man, I mean, for my belief system to believe that caused me a panic attack, that's pretty bad. So it means anybody's brain can be fooled very easily, because once you watch that boob tube and they penetrate a soft spot, you're done. So you're gonna have to kind of get away from all this stuff and just take care of yourself, and remember that every year we get the flu, and every year we get the same symptoms. And every time you get a symptom like this, don't go panicking, think you're gonna have the coronavirus and die. So thank you. I hope this helps somebody out there. God bless you. I love you all. Antonio Mystic Bellissimo saying, thank you for listening and watching. Please spread this around. And if you want more information about living your life better, go to my website, itsgoodforall.com. Just like that. And YouTube channel, It's Good For All. And Facebook, I got a lot of those. Okay. I hope that helps. Good night. Thank you.